Today on the show, silver from World War II has just been discovered, a deadly ISIS attack, and charges filed for a shooting on April 9th. I'm Michaela Amos.
And I'm Sarah Kravitz. ATV News starts now.
This week, the UK got some good news when 100 tons of silver was finally recovered. The ship the coins had been on was the SS City of Cairo, which was sunk by a German U-boat in 1942.
On Monday, President Vladimir Putin allowed the sale and delivery of an air defense missile system to Iran. The transaction is estimated to be worth $800 million to Russia.
And now with the latest in entertainment news, we go to Andy and Kristen.
Welcome to ATV Entertainment News. I'm Andy Luwani.
And I'm Kristen Left.
Canadian rapper Drake was taken by surprise at Coachella during his performance when Madonna pulled his head back and went in for an X-rated kiss at the end of his act.
What the mother of four didn't see when she was finished, the musician looked horrified and wiped his mouth in disgust. Drake went on damage control shortly afterwards, posting a photo of the surprise makeout session with the message, "Don't misinterpret my shock."
Later, sources were quick to tell TMZ that Drake liked the kiss, but it was merely her lipstick that turned him off.
Someone posing as Safari Samuels is tweeting out extremely NSFW pics of his ex, Nicki Minaj, but the rapper is adamant he has nothing to do with it.
Coming from a Twitter account posing as him, many wonder if the pictures are real. Safari's rep says he doesn't know, and he has moved on since the harsh breakup of the two.
Director Zack Snyder tweeted today announcing the officially released trailer for the heavily anticipated superhero film, Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice.
The trailer was leaked online internationally and spread quickly, causing the company to move up the initial release date.
ESPN reporter Rick Henry is on the radar this week after a released video shows her making rude remarks towards a towing company employee.
McHenry apologized on Twitter for inappropriate behavior, and she was suspended for a week.
This is ATV Entertainment News. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Andy.
Early Saturday, ISIS claimed responsibility for a suicide bombing in Jalalabad, Afghanistan that left 33 people dead. This is the first time ISIS has claimed an attack in Afghanistan.
Now with the latest in politics, we go to Abby.
I'm Abby Weaver, bringing you the latest in U.S. politics. This past Sunday, Hillary Clinton announced she will be running for the 2016 presidency. She is currently the only Democratic candidate to confirm this. Republicans Ted Cruz, Rand Paul, and Marco Rubio have publicly joined the race as well. Other potential Democratic candidates include Lincoln Chafee, Jim Webb, and Martin O'Malley. Speaking of Democrats, President Obama has earned the objections of quite a few with his proposed fast-track trade bill. If this bill passes, the president would be able to present a final agreement to Congress and allow them only a vote without ability to amend the terms. Obama's urgency regarding this bipartisan legislation stems from his will to finalize negotiations on the Trans-Pacific Partnership. African American and civil rights activists are protesting the Senate's delay in voting on Loretta Lynch, the first African American woman to be nominated for Attorney General. President Obama nominated Lynch for the position more than 5 months ago. Though Obama has not commented on potential racial overtones regarding the delay, he called the failure to confirm her as Attorney General embarrassing and dysfunctional. This has been Abby Weaver with ATV Politics.
Thanks, Abby. On Thursday, almost 10,000 immigrants fled from sub-Saharan Africa to Italy across the Mediterranean. 15 Muslim migrants were arrested after allegedly throwing 12 Christian migrants overboard. Now with sports, here's Mike Goodkind.
I'm Mike Goodkind, and this is ATV Sports. On-campus sports here at AU have been quiet. However, the Frozen Four finale took place in Boston last Saturday. The matchup was between the Boston University Terriers and the Providence Friars. BU held a 3-2 lead in the third period. However, Providence scored 2 goals in a span of 2 minutes and 19 seconds as the Friars went on to win the game 4-3. The NBA playoffs, however, have been heating up in the past 2 days. Predictions have been taking Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors to take the title this season. Others say it will be a matchup between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the San Antonio Spurs in the finals, and that LeBron will suffer yet again another loss to Danny Green and the Spurs for the second year in a row. The NFL draft is coming up as well, and predictions right now say that Jameis Winston, the quarterback from Florida State, will be drafted first. Marcus Mariota, the quarterback from Oregon, will be taken second, and Todd Gurley, the running back from Georgia, is said to be taken third. However, only time will tell. That will be taking place on Thursday, April 30th. This is during finals here at AU, but why not put down the books and watch some NFL action for a couple of hours? I'm Mike Goodkind, and this has been ATV Sports. Thanks for a fun year, and thanks for watching.
Thanks, Mike. This week, a natural gas line explosion at a shooting range in Fresno, Colorado injured 11 people, including some inmates who work at the range. The exact cause of the explosion remains unknown.
Now with finance, here's Max Knauer.
Good evening, I'm Max Knauer, and this is your ATV News Finance Report. This week, finance ministers and central bankers from the G20 group of countries met for 2 days to discuss the global economy. While outlook at the meeting was generally positive, the financial leaders cited exchange rate volatility and international tensions as challenges moving forward. On Friday, sources close to the Department of Justice's Antitrust Division told Bloomberg that the division planned to recommend against allowing a merger between Comcast and Time Warner Cable. According to the report, the Antitrust Division believes the $45.2 billion merger could be harmful to consumers. On Tuesday, the CEO of Seattle credit card processing firm Gravity Payments announced that he would be taking a pay cut in order to raise the minimum salary for anyone working in his office to $70,000. CEO Dan Price said the move was in response to growing concern over income inequality. All indexes are down this week, the Dow by 2.8%, the S&P 500 by 0.99%, and the Nasdaq by 1.28%. This has been Max Knauer with your ATV News Finance Report.
Thanks, Max. It was reported on Thursday that a former model and DJ from Australia is believed to have been the latest killed while fighting alongside ISIS militants in Syria. Sharky Jamaa disappeared along with another Somali Australian in 2014.
A student at the University of Mary Washington died Friday in an apparent homicide. A housemate of the victim has been arrested and charged with first-degree murder and abduction. Now with the latest in what's going on around the world, here's Bailey with World News.
Welcome to ATV World News. I'm Bailey Edelstein. This week, the world's youngest female self-made billionaire, 31-year-old Elizabeth Holmes, was named one of Time magazine's 100 most influential people. Her main moneymaker, Theranos, a biotech company she founded in 2003, and her breakthrough technology that makes blood testing painless, cheap, and available in every drugstore. Holmes is a Stanford dropout and has a net worth of about $4.7 billion. In other news, Iraqi officials reported Friday that militant leader Saddam al-Dawri was killed last week on a battlefield north of Baghdad. Al-Dawri was the vice president to Saddam Hussein and described by BBC News as one of his most trusted and closest aides. 72-year-old al-Dawri has been a main leader behind the rise of the Islamic State. His death has not been confirmed, as the remains of the body found on the battlefield await DNA testing. This has been ATV World News. I'm Bailey Edelstein.
Thanks, Bailey. A man has officially been charged in the April 9th shooting at the U.S. Census Bureau headquarters. Ronald Anderson now faces charges in both federal and D.C. courts.
Current immigration flows are causing tensions in South Africa. This week, things escalated into more violent protests, with immigrant-run businesses being set ablaze in protest. Now with the weather, here's Emma Claire.
I'm Emma Claire Martin with ATV Weather. Warm weather is finally here to stay in DC. We start the week off on Monday with a high of 77 and a low of 57, with a strong chance of thunderstorms. The rest of the week is likely to bring clear skies, with a high of 71 on Tuesday, 67 on Wednesday, 66 on Thursday, and 61 on Friday. Temperatures are not expected to drop below the 40s. Moving on into the rest of the semester, you can look forward to many sunny days on the quad. This has been Emma Claire with your weekly weather report.
Thanks, Emma Claire. Now with the latest about what's going on around campus, here's Lila and Brandon with What's Up AU.
Thank you, Michaela. Welcome to What's Up AU. I'm Brandon Kramen.
And I'm Lila Nasser. Now, Brandon, as you very well may know, this past week at AU has been packed with a ton of events. For example, Wednesday was Campus Beautification Day. Per AU tradition, students went around campus planting flowers, removing pesky weeds, and laying down fresh mulch. And then Friday, of course, was Freshman Preview Day, where we saw many prospective students come out to tour our campus.
There sure were a lot of freshmen on Friday, and they all seemed interested in what AU has to offer. Speaking of what AU has to offer, there are many other events going on this week. This Tuesday, gay rights activist Aziz Zar will be presenting Mom and Dad, I Have Something to Tell You in the Let's Formal Lounge at 6 p.m. He will be talking about his documentary and his experiences about coming out. On Wednesday, be sure to head to the Quad for recess. There will be tons of fun games from noon to 3.
Did you say recess? I used to play on the monkey bars all day long. Well, that certainly sounds like fun. Now, also, I want to mention 2 other events that are coming up this week. First is KPU's Million Hoodies for Justice, featuring Representative Hank Johnson on April 20th. And then, of course, WWII's prom on April 24th. And that does it for us. I'm Lila Nasser.
And I'm Brandon Kramen.
Thanks for watching.
So, there were a lot of prospies on campus this week, weren't there?
There were. I heard there were 1,600 students on campus.
Oh my goodness. I did hear that we have the largest incoming class that we've ever had.
I believe it was a 45% acceptance rate this year.
Wow, that's amazing. We
That's
really have a
great.
lot of people
Yeah.
coming. Well, that's all for today. Make sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. I'm Michaela Amos.
And I'm Sarah Kravitz. Thank you for watching.